Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Intersection. This is Professor Muhammad Ali. A PHP script can be used with an HTML form to allow users to upload files to the server. Initially, the file, when you upload any file, goes into a temporary directory, and then you can relocate the file, or the script. You can write a script to relocate the file to its target destinations. And there are steps you need to follow to do this. One, you have to create an input type file. Two, you have to use the browser to select a file to upload. Then the selected file will go to a temporary directory on the server, and then the PHP script handles the action, and the form method should be post, and then inc type multi-part form data. You'll have to use a global PHP variable $sign_files. This will create an associative array. The result of the array is the temporary file name, the name of the file that uploaded, and its size, its type, and if there is an error associated with uploading. You will write a script to confirm the success of the upload. Let's see how we do this. This is the form that I created. I'm using Bootstrap to cascade this form. You don't have to, just like makes it easy for me and easy for you on this video. Here is the form element, and here are the attributes and the value of the attributes. First, the action, the attribute action, its value is includes /process.php, and the attribute method, its value post, and the inc type attribute, its value multi-part /form data. We use the multi-part /form data when we upload files through PHP script to a server. At the bottom here, I have my input type file that will create a text box and a button to select the file on your computer. The form, when it runs, it looks like this. As of now, click on the choose file. Choose file navigate me to a folder that I have, so I can select image, click open, and as you can see, there is the name of the image. If I click submit the form, since I have no PHP script behind the submit button, let's go back to Visual Studio, then we can test it. Back to my Visual Studio code. To upload a file using PHP script, we have to use the super global files, and it's an associative array, and it has to be used via the post method. And to show you the value of this associative array, these values pass the name of input type file, and I can print all the values in that associative array. So we can use a printr, and printr is a function, a built-in function in PHP, and it's used to print or display information stored in a variable. The information that we need to print stored in the files associative array. Let's save and let's run it. Here's my form. I'm going to click choose file. I'm going to select this file, and its name is bees.jpg. Click open, submit, and here are the values. The name is bees.jpg. The type is an image, JPEG image, and it is stored temporarily in this temp folder, and error is 0. Its size is less than 1 megabyte. And these are the values that I showed you. Here's the name. It's the name of the uploading file, which is bees.jpg, and the temporary address where the file is located. And it's in my XAMPP. I'm using XAMPP to run this locally, and the error is 0, and the type is an image. So that's what's stored in the associative array, the super global files. Let's comment this, a few lines of code. I'm going to create a local variables to hold all of the content of the associative array. So I've created local variables to hold the associative arrays variables, and here is the file name. It's going to be, here's the name is going to be stored in this file name, and the type will be stored in this file type, and the temporary file location will be stored in the file temp, and the error will be stored on the error, and the size will be stored in the variable that will hold the size. And since we have stored the key and the value of each, we can test it by displaying the name of the file. So let's see how this is. Save and run it. And here is the name of the file. So we really control the file. We have all the data about this file that you are uploading or somebody else is uploading to your website. So let's start by first making sure the form is submitted. I'm going to use the submit button name. Submit button name. So I'm going to make sure that this submit button is pressed. So let's first do that, and then we can check if the file has a name. So if the file has a name, that means the file was successfully uploaded and it has a name. So we're using the if not empty and then the file name. Let's test. So go back and refresh the form, select the file, click open, submit. The file selected has a name. So that's one way of doing the validation. So now we need to move the file from the temporary folder into the targeted folder that we have our server. Now I did my test, everything is fine, works. So let's now move the folder from this temp directory to our web space. And to do this, I am going to create a local variable. I'm going to call this local variable is target folder, and this folder is this uploads folder that you see here that I have created. So all my files that I'm going to upload will go into this folder. So since this folder inside the forms, to access it, we have to go to the root directory of the forms. Next, I will use move uploaded file. It's a built-in PHP function to move the file from the temp to the actual folder that I have in my website, which is, I called it target underscore folder, and concatenate the file name. And to test it, let's use an if statement and let's echo file uploaded. If the upload was successful, then I'll get this message. If I fail, then I'll get this message. And then I can also go back and check my folder, my uploads folder. If the image inside the uploads folder, then that means everything was okay and we were able to move the file from the temp directory to the actual directory website. So let's test it. Refresh, choose file, open, submit, successful upload. Now I go back and check the folder on my server. Here's that folder on my server, and here is the bees.jpg. I'm going to stop here. Thank you very much for watching my videos, and stay tuned for part 2. Bye bye now.